Last pick of the third round, Tai Felton goes to Minnesota.
The speed is there. The route separation on slants, curls, flats,
Okay.
out routes, really good. I liked his work with the ball in his hands. He could definitely make some plays. But
I mean, you laid out a very good
big hands questions,
Okay,
bro.
got
I mean, his contested catch rate is poor.
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
Maybe the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Last pick of the third round, Tai Felton goes to Minnesota. What did you think of that pick?
Yeah, Tai Felton went a little bit earlier maybe than I thought he was going to go. I will say he went two guys that I ranked as like day 3 guys that actually some people thought were day 2 players, Jalen Royals and Alec Iomanner.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about them at a later episode, but yeah, they went, you know, he went ahead of some guys I didn't see him going ahead of.
Yeah.
People weren't talking about Tai Felton as like a 3rd round pick, but he goes as the last pick in the 3rd round. Tai Felton's got some interesting things to his profile.
Okay.
Somebody that, again, 3rd round was maybe a little bit higher than I thought, but I did.
End of the 3rd round. I mean, you know.
End of the 3rd round. What? Yeah.
It's fine.
Who gives a shit? I shouldn't even be being critical of it. But 59th percentile success rate versus zone player, 80.2%. I think his future is probably best as a slot player, but he was more of an outside guy for Maryland. 73% sample snaps outside, moved both sides of the field. So he's not a one side of the field player, which is nice. Got some reps as both X and flanker. 51.7% snaps on the line. I think he's probably best as a speed slot guy because the speed is definitely there. 4.37 40-yard dash to the combine, but
that's really good.
Like kind of a lanky frame, 6'1", 183, 96 catches in 2024. So top 5 among FBS pass catchers. Definitely really productive, and I do think there's a role for him. The speed is there. The route separation on slants, curls, flats, out routes, really good. So again, I think he's probably a slot, and he gives you something after the catch. There's no question. He broke a single tackle on 37% of his in-space attempts, multiple tackles 13%. So I liked his work with the ball in his hands. He could definitely make some plays. But I mean, you laid out a very good big hands questions, bro.
Okay,
I mean, his contested catch rate is poor. He struggled with drops, dropped 6 passes over the course of his RP sample. He would have games where it would just be a real big issue. Like one would lead to another. That's something that, like, okay. That's why Alec Iomanner, by the way, went on the 4th round, is because he had huge issues at the catch point. So did Tai Felton, but I thought he was a nice sleeper. The speed doesn't translate to vertical separation, and he has real issues at the catch point. So I think he is going to mostly be, I mean, low volume player. Obviously, Minnesota's got great pass catchers, but kind of something like, you know, Brandon Powell has been like a bit of a pet player for this coaching tree. Goes from the Rams to the Vikings. I think that's kind of like maybe a better version, hopefully, of that player where he's used on the motion stuff, pre-snap. He opens things for other players.
Okay.
I think that's probably what they're looking at with Tai Felton, who brings the speed and some of the in-space ability to do that.
They needed an improvement in the slot.
Yes.
Period. I know that they've got their guys, but again,
Jalen Naylor has had moments.
Right, but they needed improvement on an inside wide receiver. Maybe they get that here with Tai Felton. So, and again, if anyone's going to get it out of him, man, I mean, it's going to be Minnesota's coaching staff. No.
Yeah, definitely. I wrote him up as like, there's enough to hold out hope for a 3rd receiver here.
Yeah.
It's just, there's going to be some seasoning needed.
Okay.
I would have taken a flyer on him on the 3rd day of the draft, because route running versus zone is good, wins in the open field. Like there's definitely something there. Maybe he's a kick returner.
Sure.
Early on. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the pick at all here, even if it was, I didn't think he'd be a 3rd round pick, but it's the end of the 3rd round. Who cares?
Yeah.
And I do agree with you. They needed like an upgrade at that 3rd receiver spot because, Naylor, his contract's coming up, and I don't think they're going to want to spend like big resources on a 3rd receiver.
I would not imagine so.
Then they've got Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison's contract will be coming up here shortly as well.